Welcome back to Homelab Networks. My name is AJ, and in today's video, we're going to be installing Ollama with OpenWebUI on our Proxmox server. So as always, I use the Ubuntu Live server for my distro. Now I'll leave a lot of these settings at default for video purposes only. So just adjust the settings to your server needs. Once that is done, we're going to apply some APT updates and then some upgrades. And that pretty much means once we do that, our system is all up to date and it's secure. Once the updates have been done, we're going to head over to the Ollama website so we can copy the curl command to download Ollama on our server. So I SSH into my server using PuTTY. You guys SSH into it how you guys like. I just find PuTTY is easier for copy and pasting commands. Now give this some time, it might take a second to download, and then once this is downloaded, we're going to head over back to Ollama to install some Ollama models. When installing these Ollama models, this can take some time. There was one model that took about 20 minutes all up. So these are big files. Like this is a small file, it's only 1.3 gig, but you can get them up to 3, 4, 5 gigabyte. So once Ollama has downloaded and installed itself on your server, we're going to hit the command llama run and then whatever model of choice you've chosen. So in case I've chosen llama 2, so I'm going to put llama run llama 2. Then once the file is downloaded, we're going to install OpenWebUI for a GUI for Ollama. So we're going to copy and paste Docker's apt repositories to install Docker, which I'll have a link in the description to this page. Now once Docker's been installed, we're going to install the Docker engine so we can run the Docker files. And once that command has done, Docker will be installed and you can run Docker containers from this machine. So I've linked in the description again. This is a GitHub website to install OpenWebUI. So I'm just going to do a sudo and run this Docker command, which I'll have linked in the description. And this is going to install OpenWebUI. Once installed, use your IP address from your server using the port 3000. This is, if it's done correctly, it's going to open to OpenWebUI. And just keep in mind, the first account you create on OpenWebUI is a root account, so you got root access to the entire server. Now, your model's not going to come up straight away. I found this out the hard way, but there is a workaround. So go back to your terminal that you've SSH into your server with. Make sure you're in the root account, so sudo su, and then we go So we're going to use the command docker network inspect bridge, and that's going to allow us to get into the Ollama services file, where it's going to allow us to add a few words so we can get the model working on our open WebUI. So to get into the text editor, we're just going to use nano, and once we're in this service file, we're going to go down to environment, and I'm going to have this command linked in the description, but it's essentially we're just telling Open WebUI to use the Docker host. So once that is done and saved, Control X to exit, Y to save, Enter to confirm, and then we're just going to do a system control restart to reboot the Docker container. Once that is done, you should see a model to be able to be selected from your OpenWeb UI. That's pretty much the basic install of Ollama for your home server. So easiest way to host this locally. There's some workarounds. For this to work nicely for performance, you need a very decent GPU. Otherwise, it takes a long time for it to think and give you a back answer. But you can run all different models, choose whatever model you want, and it's like having your own Chat GPT in your house for free. So if this was a helpful guide and tutorial, please don't forget to leave it a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys in the next homelab video.